Welcome back to another speed build video. My name's Jess, and today I'm building in Willow Creek on a 20 by 15 lot, and today's build is, as you can see from the title, a tiny photographer's house / studio space. So my sister actually gave me the idea to do this build because I just didn't know what to do for today's build, and when she said photographer's studio space, I immediately thought that I could do a loft, and I've just been obsessed with lofts and I think this is my third loft in 2 weeks on my channel, so I'm just a little fixated at the moment. So I was very happy to indulge that fixation and build yet another loft. And I really think it turned out really nicely for the photography setup because the upper floor is all the studio space and the lower floor is just the living space. And I just think that division worked perfectly. So you can see I'm starting on the landscaping, and I think this landscaping turned out really nicely, and it's all because of that like greenery bush bundle from Island Living. I think it's called Kona something, and it just worked so perfectly to film the space, because that's one thing with tiny houses, even on these tiny lots that we have, it still can be really hard to fill in that space, especially considering this is a starter home, so I had to keep the cost in mind. So I definitely wanted to use a lot of debug landscaping to fill in the space. And anyways, that just did it so perfectly. It's always nice when you find like a hero item that guides your landscaping. And today that was my hero item. So just a little shout out to Island Living for great landscaping pieces. So one thing I will say is today's video is pretty short and sweet, as you can tell. I unfortunately have been kind of sick, under the weather this week. And it's just been a little bit difficult to do some of the bigger builds that I've been doing lately. So this was a really nice break for me, and hopefully you can still enjoy it, even though it is a lot shorter and a lot smaller of a house than I've been building recently. So yeah, so you can see I'm using the debug fence piece to kind of make a custom and free fence, which was the biggest thing that I needed. And I think that it looks really nice and adds that modern look that I was going for with this build. And I really wanted to add in a willow tree because we're in Willow Creek. So I did that and was very happy with it. I really love the willow tree from Cottage Living. I think it's so beautiful. So very happy to use that as like a final piece to my landscaping. So here you can see I'm starting on the photography studio portion of this build, or just about to, and everything fits so perfectly. I was so happy because I was nervous I wouldn't have quite enough space, but everything just fit and just works. And I will say I did have to delete the amp and the laptop that I originally put in this build, because when I went to move in a sim, it was registering as more than 20,000 simoleons, so I wanted this to be like move-in ready, so I had to unfortunately delete those things. Hopefully if you do download this into your game, you are able to add it in pretty quickly. So we're actually quickly coming to the end of this build. As I said, it's a very short and sweet build. I just want to let you know you can download this on the gallery. My origin ID is SimmeredJess, and you can always find my stuff there, and you can find me anywhere on the internet with SimmeredJess. I think that's my username on every platform, and I'm kind of on every platform. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an excellent day. Bye!